Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to retexture your weapon in Fallout New Vegas. So first you're going to need to download two tools if you don't have them already. One is BSA Browser, and you're going to find that on Nexus Mods. You can either go to Nexus Mods and search it, or search it in Google, and it should come up as the first thing if you just type in BSA Browser. And you come down here to Files, and just download the BSA Browser installer. And once you've done that, you'll run the exe and go through the installing process. GIMP, you'll come over here and just type GIMP into Google or whatever web browser uh, you use, and it should pop right up as the first choice. You click on it, and you come down to you click on this, and it comes to this page, and then you click download. And once you've downloaded this, you run the exe to install this. All right, so once you've done that, you will come over here and you will run the BSA browser. And then once in the BSA browser, you'll want to go to File, Open Archive, and find your Fallout New Vegas data folder. Mine is in Steam Apps, Common, Fallout New Vegas, and then once you get to the Fallout New Vegas folder, you're going to want to click on the data folder. And once in the data folder, um, you want to open whatever Fallout you're playing. I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, so I'm just going to do regular Fallout Textures 2. If you want to do DLC weapons, you're going to find whatever DLC pack you want to retexture the weapon from, and you're going to open the main file. So like if you want to do a 45 auto pistol, that's part of the Honest Hearts DLC, so you're going to open the main for Honest Hearts, and it's going to have it in there among many other things. So we're just going to do Fallout New Vegas textures. So you would double click Fallout New Vegas textures 2, because that's what has all the weapons in it, and as you can see there's many other files as well, but the weapons are in here. And so you will want to have created a new folder on your desktop, new folder, and call it FMV Textures. I've already made that folder, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And then you will extract all files to the desktop folder you just made. Mine was Fallout or FMV Textures, so I will go in here, and as you can see I already have FMV Textures 2 in a folder along with Honest Hearts, because I've already retextured the 45 auto pistol. And so I'm not going to extract, but you can make a folder, or you can just extract them straight to the folder and make another folder later and put them all in there. Depends on how you want to do it. I'll leave that up to you. So yeah, you would select folder, and then they would all extract to the file. So I'm not going to do that because I already have it done. And then once you've done that and they've extracted, it'll take a bit of time to extract them. And then once you've done that, you go into your folder, and if you just extracted them straight to the FMV textures, there will be a list that looks like this, already waiting for you without having the other extra folders. So I'm going to do the 9mm pistol. So you can do any gun that's in Fallout New Vegas. Like, see, they have the 357 revolver, they have all kinds of guns. I'm just going to do a simple one and do the first person 9mm, or just the 9mm pistol, not first person, excuse me. So when you have GIMP installed, you would just double click on it. If it's the first time you've installed GIMP, oh, I already have one up. We'll just discard that and close this and retry that. And if it's the first time you've installed GIMP, it's going to ask you what you want to open it with, and you're going to want to open it with GIMP. Me, I've already done this quite a few times, so it just does it with GIMP because I told it to automatically open every time with GIMP. And then once this little pop-up will come up, and you'll just click OK. And now you have the weapon texture all broken up into pieces. So this is going to be a little bit interesting for me. So while I'm recording, I can't drag these files over here. So what I'm going to do is show you how to select it, and then I'm going to have to stop the video and drag it in and come back. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. But so right here, this is the free select tool. That's the one I recommend. Let's get a little more zoomed in. So I'm going to just do the slide as a demonstration. You could do a lot more pieces. I usually do a lot of pieces and completely change the gun. But right now I'm just going to do the slide so it's nice and quick and we're not taking too much time. So with the free select tool, you can either drag and try to draw around it, but I just recommend clicking and making lines. And you just do this and you just click once, and then you just keep clicking and just try to get this matched up as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want it to kind of like run into other pieces. So let's fix that line. Kind of get it on the outside so I make sure it gets the whole gun. and you can just click to add new lines. You'll figure it out. It's kind of weird doing this in GIMP because the tools are strange and it's just like, it could be better, but yeah, it's the only way I know how to do it, so I can't complain. And then once you have the thing outlined and you've met all your lines with the free select tool, you can come over here and find a texture that you want to put on it. There's also like a paintbrush tool where you can just paint this pitch black or paint it red. There's also over here, there's these. If you want like a blue, red, or green gun, you can do that. You might even be able to add more colors. I'm still figuring out GIMP, but what I do know is you can add JPG files. So you can go online and find like wallpapers or whatever kind of picture you want online, and you can come in, you can download that image, and you can come in here and you can add it in by going to the patterns menu and showing file manager, and you go control new. I already have things downloaded and added in, but I'm just going to show you quickly. I go to my pictures. I name my folder FMV textures. That holds all my JPGs I downloaded from online. And see, I've got gold texture, I've got holographic metals, pearl, pink pearl, purple pearl, wood. And what you do to add them into your palette over here is you just copy and then paste into here. And then once you've copied and pasted it, it won't show up like right away. You have to minimize out these folders, and then you go back in here and you would go back into the patterns menu and click refresh patterns, and it would add all of the ones that you dragged into your folder. And so I'm going to pause the video real quick and drag in a color. Be right back. Alright, so I just clicked and dragged in this blue metallic color that I have over here. And so, like I said, you can go through and do more of the pieces. I normally would, but just for tutorial purposes, I'm only going to do a slide. And it's kind of tough figuring out which piece is which. Like, I can tell this is the hammer. Obviously, that's the bullets. I think this is the mag. This is the bottom of the pistol or bottom of the magazine. This looks like where the magazine slot is, or one of these two, or both of them. I don't know. And this is a bunch of internals. Obviously, that's the handle. But yeah, you can retexture all of this. Just make sure you do like I did here and freeform outline all of it before and then add the texture in. Excuse me. And just don't like do something like this where you know try and cover multiple pieces at once with a big square. Don't do that because it won't load when we go to do it in the GEC. So yeah, now I'll show you how to export it. So we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Export As. And now let's call it blue slide 9mm. And I just save it to my desktop because it makes it easier to find for this next part, and I'll show you why. So you're going to want to come here, and this is important, select file type, and you want to make sure it is a DDS image. And then we'll click export. And this is very important as well. You want the compression to be BC3DXT5. You don't want to do anything else. You want to make sure it is BC3DXT5. And then once you've done that, you'll come down to bitmaps, where it says no bitmaps. You want to generate bitmaps. And the rest of that is okay. And now we'll export it to the desktop. Alright. And now I'll minimize this and close out that. And now we're going to bring up, sorry, I should have put that. We're going to bring up, you're going to go, I already have it quick save over here because I go in here quite a bit. So you want to go into your Fallout New Vegas folder, and then you want to go into the data folder and find textures. And once you're in the textures folder in your Fallout New Vegas data folder, textures, we're going to go ahead and make a new folder, and we'll call it blue slide 9mm. And once we've done that, we're going to close this out and go into the GEC. And so the GEC takes a while to load. Also, I forgot again that you need the GEC. I don't know if you are familiar with the GEC or have the GEC downloaded, but if you do not, that is another tool you're going to need. Oh, I skipped a step. I'm so sorry. We need to go back to the data folder. The reason we created that folder, excuse me, I had a major brain fart right there, is to open it, and that's the wrong one, excuse me. That's from a failed video. We want to drag that in there. That's why I put it on the desktop, so it's just super easy to find, and you can just open this up, make the folder, click and drag it in, and now that's in our Fallout data textures. So I'm going to open up the GEC and load a new file. So now you'll come over here and you go to the open and you open Fallout MBESM. It doesn't matter if you have the other packs or not. I usually just have them on. And then you click OK because you're creating a new ESP. And it takes forever to load, so I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. We're here in the GEC, and now that we are here in the GEC, we go down to static, wait for it to load, and once it loads, we go to first person 9mm, and we open that up, and we create a unique ID. So, blue slide 9mm is what I'm going to call it. You can call it whatever you like. And create new form. Yes, you always want to create new form. You never want to override the original folder. And then once we've done that, we want to go to texture set and find first person 9mm texture. And again, give it a unique ID. So blue slide 9mm texture. And then once you've given it a unique ID, we come down here to texture and we hit edit. And then this is where dragging it into the folder comes in. So you want to go to Fallout, find your Fallout New Vegas, find your Fallout New Vegas folder, data, and go into textures and find the folder we made the blue slide 9mm. And then we want to double click that and add that texture as our new texture. So that's what it will be for the blue slide 9mm. And we'll click OK and create new form, of course. And now that we've created our texture, we want to come back down to static, wait for it to load again, and then we will go find our blue slide 9mm. And now we go in here to edit, and you don't come up here and you don't edit this, you just see where it says new texture. That's where we want to insert our new blue 9mm texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace all of these. If you edited your own and you did like the trigger and everything else, you definitely going to want to come and put all these. Technically I could just go here to bar, which is the slide, and then just put it there, but I'm going to put it in all because it's all the same, so might as well. And it's kind of just repetitive. Just make sure you get all your textures in here. Oops. Alright, now see, it's added the blue slide to it now. Now we click OK. And now we have our static weapon made. So once we get that done, we come up here to weapons, and then we find the 9mm pistol, which will be right here. And we open that up, and we give it a unique ID. So I'm going to give it weapon unique blue slide 9mm, and then for the in-game name, I'm just going to call it the blue slide 9mm pistol. And I've created another tutorial that shows you how to edit all this stuff and essentially create your own weapon, and you can go and watch that and then add these two tutorials together and have a custom gun and custom textured gun. But so for this tutorial, we're going to go to model, and right here where it says model, we want to go in and do the same thing we just did for the static model. Just find your blue 9mm slide or whatever you named your own weapon and do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. It's just a little bit of tediousness. And there we have it, our 9mm blue slide. And then we come here and we put the first person model object to our static object that we created. And like I said, I created another tutorial on how to edit all this stuff, and you can go ahead and watch that as well. And then we click OK and create new form. So now we have our weapon made. We want to add it into the world. I'm in the Mojave, so I'm going to go to Good Springs and put it in Doc Mitchell's house, where I put all my other weapons. I'm going to put it over here on the fireplace. And then we come down here, weapon unique, and we find our blue slide 9mm and drag it into the render window. And then I'm going to get it right here on top of the fireplace. We got that all set in. So now we're going to save our file. And it'll just take you to the Fallout New Vegas data folder, and then you just save your ESP. I'm just going to call it blue slide 9mm, and save that. Okay, and now I'm going to go in game and I'm going to show you. So I'll just minimize this. I do mod organizer 2, so if you have mod organizer 2, I recommend you do this as well. Just run the Fallout launcher and then go to data files and find the blue slide 9mm ESP. It looks like it's already selected. Alright, yeah. I don't know how that happened, but. And then run NVSE. Uh-oh. Yes. Just ignore that. That was from my previous video. I kind of butchered it, so I had to redo it. Alright, you see, there's a 45 auto pistol that I've already retextured with a gold texture. And then here's our blue slide 9mm pistol. I'll equip it, and there you have it. A retextured gun. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.